This video is a little different than other videos I put out in the past. It's not necessarily a mix, but more of a breakdown of a few of basketball's brightest future stars and the way they're changing the game of basketball. I've been watching a lot of Lonzo Ball playing at UCLA, and here recently, I was on my timeline, scrolling through Instagram, Twitter, whatever, and the play of LaMelo Ball pulling up from half court popped up, and by now I'm sure any of you have seen it. It'll be playing on this video, but I just could not believe what I was seeing. I mean, that's on the equivalent of Babe Ruth calling his shot way back whenever. That's some legendary stuff. So when I saw that, I automatically knew, this kid's special, and Lonzo's special, and their brother LiAngelo's also special. So after I saw these things, I started doing a little bit of research on my own. I really wanted to figure out what was going on with this group. And the more I've dug into this, I've realized that not only are these guys making a huge impact on the game, but they're absolutely changing the game of basketball. Not just making an impact, but changing it. And it's all by the way Chino Hills is playing right now. And at the heart of that is obviously the Ball brothers. Lonzo was there last year. Now LiAngelo and LaMelo are there now, while Lonzo's at UCLA, and they're all committed to UCLA. So who knows if UCLA is headed in that direction. I'll get to that here in a little bit later. But the style Chino Hills plays is very unorthodox, very untraditional compared to some things you would normally see in basketball. Throwing full court post-entry passes, full court, almost hunting for threes over anything else. And I've done videos in the past where I've talked about this in concerns to how Stephen Curry has changed the game of basketball. And this is really kind of cool to see, because this is the direct impact of what Stephen Curry has been able to do in the NBA, and how it's directly filtering down to lower level basketball and now up to college. And it's cool to see, but it's also something I wanted to kind of bring to the light, because I don't really know how many people really see the connections here. And I think it's a key thing to realize that the Ball brothers are actually changing the game of basketball at such a young age. And I feel they will be for years to come, because these are a special three group of guys. And while Lonzo and LaMelo usually get most of the spotlight, LiAngelo is probably the most physical of all three of them, the strongest, the biggest, and possibly the best shooter out of all of them. So really, just kind of what I wanted to do is just talk about this. I'm gonna have lots of clips of them playing in the background of this while I talk, so you can kind of see kind of what I'm talking about here. But one of the things that really sets them apart from other teams, and I found really cool, is the way that they have so much chemistry. And I don't know if that's from them playing their whole lives together, which I'm sure they have, all going to Chino Hills. I'm talking about the entire team, not just the brothers. But then also the chemistry between the brothers, where they've been raised up together, trained together by their dad. Their dads really pushed them to be the best. I saw a story one time where their dad would tell them when they were younger, somebody's got to beat Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. And to put that kind of, I don't want to say pressure, but those kind of standards on your kids' shoulders, and actually believing in them to that point. I mean, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I mean, that's the greatest that the game has ever seen. So it's amazing to me that he said that to them and believed it to the point that he worked with them over and over, day after day, and pushed them to the point that they're at now. And that's special. That's something that he's instilled a work ethic in them that's gonna go a long ways. I mean, obviously you see guys like Kobe Bryant, people like that, who that work ethic is legendary in their success that they've had in the game of basketball. So I think one thing that's key to them, to their success in the future, is that work ethic that they've had instilled in them. But the main, as far as on the court, not just off the court training, but as far as on the court, the way they're changing things, is just the absolute fast pace that they play at. And it's just unlike anything you can see anywhere but in Chino Hills. You almost have to watch. I honestly can't even explain it to you. I can show you highlights, but until you watch raw game film of these guys play, you don't realize how fast they play. And they get a lot of hate. Honestly, they get a lot of hate for people say they don't defend. They're not physical enough. They say that they're soft. Whatever you gotta say, they've won at the time of this video being made 50 games in a row. So you gotta think about that. They've won 50 games in a row. I don't care what kind of style they're playing. If you're winning 50 games in a row, you're doing something right. So bottom line, cut and dry, whatever you want to say, they're on to something in Chino Hills. As I'll show in some of these highlights, all you have to do is just look at how they play so free in their system. It's something that is beautiful to see, because so often in youth athletics in college, players are scared. I don't even want to say college, because Lonzo's kind of in a different situation right now in college, and that's good for him to mature as a player. But as far as high school goes, LaMelo and LiAngelo, they're so free right now in their system where they can be pulling it. Like I said, LaMelo pulled it from half court. He made it, but he felt the freedom to take that shot, and the coach had the confidence and trust in him to take that shot. That is huge. Since this video is mainly about the Ball brothers and not necessarily Chino Hills and that program, I just want to say that their confidence, it takes some major confidence to have the guts to take that shot, or to take some of these other shots they take. Some insane off the dribble threes. LaMelo takes some insanely deep threes. Like, I know that one shot sticks out in everybody's mind, but he consistently hits long threes. So I just think it's really cool how they have that type of freedom and they have that type of confidence in their own abilities, and that's from again, all that hard work they put in the past. The way that they simply knock down shots, just their forms are not traditional. They're not the type of forms you're gonna see on any type of shooting video. They're not the tutorial video. They're not the type of form you're ever gonna see anybody in the NBA really using. But they've worked on it so much that they have it down. And honestly, I don't know if they'll ever even have to change their form. You see Lonzo right now in college playing for UCLA, and his form is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. But he makes it work. And anybody saying that Lonzo Ball could not play the way they play at Chino Hills in college for a major program like UCLA has been totally wrong and proven wrong based on Lonzo's play so far this year. It's been absolutely ridiculous how well he's played considering some of the hate he got. And I feel like he's going to be a top 5, maybe even the number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft in this coming year. I really believe that. He is the type of player that will change a franchise. Really, all I wanted to do was make a video taking a look at the Ball brothers, some of the things they do that gives them so much success, and really tie it into the future of the game and how I feel they're going to change it. Because whether you agree with me or not, the proof is right there. I mean, they win. And whether that's good or bad for the game, I don't know. But I do know that's the way it's headed. And it's a heck of a lot of fun to watch. So, just want to make a quick video about that. I wanted y'all to give me some feedback. What do you think? Do you think that this is a good thing for the game? Do you think that they really have the potential to change the game of basketball? What do you think of the Ball brothers? I want all that type of feedback in the comment section below. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video, taking a look at my channel. I ask you keep up with me. I promise you, I got all types of content, not just videos like this. I also make highlight mixes, other things. Got a couple new series that I'm working on. So the channel's growing every day, and I appreciate that so much. And I ask that you yourself join it. I definitely ask that you please turn on the post notifications. It really helps so you can see the content when it comes out, and you don't miss anything, because I got some good stuff coming out. But I appreciate